lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, it is.
Evil,
Knievel.
not our real names.
Nailed it.
Oh, you want me to do my bit? Okay, here we go.
Who are those guys?
You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent.
That might have been too much, man.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to A Little Independent podcast where two friends talk about movies that are independent, obscure, just plain weird. My name is Ryan.
And I'm Todd.
Hi, Todd.
Hi, Ryan.
I was going to introduce you,
Well,
and you just jumped right in. That's great.
I should have been. I'm looking at the mic instead of you, so I didn't take the cue in my peripheral.
Can't take the baby Browns today. I get it. So, this is episode 1.
01.
Episode 1. We are January 19th, 2021. And I guess as inaugural episodes go, or pilot episodes go, this one may be a little bit longer because we want to share with you why we're doing this and what the genesis of it was, and it's mostly you.
Oh, pilot like Sully?
Yeah, that's a good movie reference for a movie
Brace
podcast.
for impact?
Yeah, so we are two friends. We've been friends for a long time, and we both love movies.
Yes.
Is that safe to say?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. And we met as coworkers, and we just found that we liked sharing movies. You had more kind of fun, serious stuff, and I'd bring you just ridiculous garbage, a lot of underground horror.
A little bit of everything. And our musical interest, too, brought us together initially, I think.
That is true. So what we found that we would do in our respite for our work days was we would have lunch together, and it became a thing. It was 1 o'clock, I believe, was the time.
Yep.
People would wait to see us walk through the workplace hand in hand for our lunch.
Well, if one of us wasn't there, they would ask us,
If the other one was okay.
Where's
Yeah.
I've literally had people ask, where's Ryan? Is he all right? Why isn't he here?
And I would look, profoundly forlorn, lunching alone, listening to a podcast or something.
On my 2-year hiatus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you left for 2 years.
Yeah.
Profoundly sad for 2 years. I don't know. I actually don't know what I did. I don't think I did anything productive. I maybe decided to read, talk to other people.
Yeah, that's not productive.
So what we would do is kind of naturally, we, like friends do, would share movies back with one another. Hey, I saw this cool movie.
Yeah.
And we would spend the lunch period talking about movies.
Yep. And we noticed that others were listening, and it got kind of quiet in the lunchroom.
Yeah, and I think they were listening either out of sheer confusion or curiosity.
Yeah, on the Sedaris run, I think it was definitely...
Yeah, we talked about Andy Sedaris movies for a long time. I think people listened in with a sense of worry about us, concern.
What is wrong with these guys?
Like, if there is Child Protective Services for adults, somebody would have called that organization and said, I work with two guys who have a serious problem.
A serious addiction, at least for that summer.
But we should have just, as to mess with somebody, just one day decided to talk about, War and Peace or, something totally different and then see what happened.
Yeah.
Are we overestimating our effect on other people? Probably.
We spin off into a lot of different movies all the time.
That is true.
You're going to hear in this show.
That's the point of it, quite frankly. And I have you to thank for the idea and for the name, because one thing about Todd is that he takes a lot of movie chances that I would never take. So he would say, hey, I watched this movie about an obscure Hungarian man who decides to carve boars out of saplings and give them to local villagers. And I'm like, weird. And I probably wouldn't watch it unless you suggested it to me.
Yeah. And that one was completely made up.
No, isn't that a real movie? Well, should Hollywood get
Yeah.
at us? So it was always this really great thing, and you always took chances. And every time I'd watch one of these movies that I wouldn't have found on my own, I was always super excited by it. And again, it's something I wouldn't have found on my own. So you always did that, and I don't think I really did anything movie great for you except for
No,
horrify you with some really, really wicked shit.
Give yourself a little credit. You've mentioned several that I've watched, and we're going to have. In fact, one of them I'm going to use in the future. I think that you actually suggested.
Oh, sweet.
But it's like, The Hunt, the hidden gems, as Netflix says. But so you're out in the field with a metal detector and bottle cap after bottle cap after bottle cap, and then finally you hit that dime.
Wow.
Or that golden, golden nugget.
I wasn't expecting this level of metaphor this early in our first podcast.
Oh, well, yeah.
Bottle cap,
too much
bottle
water,
cap,
not enough beer.
Dime.
So.
That'll be our first T-shirt, a bunch of bottle caps and one dime.
Yeah.
Already talking about merchandise. Nobody's asking for it. So this is what we do, and we don't have the same workplace anymore, but we still do this. You know, you'll text me, hey, check this out. I'll text you back, and maybe we don't have that level of conversation anymore, but I was quite frankly missing it.
Yeah, and whenever we talk or get together, we just naturally go into this, so it's a thing.
At one of these episodes, we should try to do a one-off and talk about something else, anything.
And see how long it takes to get to
I
a
know
movie.
nothing about you as a person. I don't know your favorite food, and I ate with you for years. I can't tell you what your favorite food is. I know nothing about you. You could be a crazy person. I don't know anything about you. Hopefully that comes across as sarcasm.
Yeah, laying it on.
I know the names of one of three of his kids.
There's four kids, Ryan.
That was a good joke that I just did. So that is, I think, what we want to do. We want to share our craziness with you.
Well, did you mention the text? That was where it came from whenever I would text you?
Oh, that's right. So, sorry, the title. We were talking about, what the title of this would be. In many of these movies, Todd would preface it by saying, it's just this little independent. It's a little independent.
Trying to get you to watch it.
And that wasn't always the best motivator. If you said, like, Vin Diesel's in it, but it's a little independent. Like
Vin
The Last
Diesel,
Witch Hunter, for
not
example.
driving a car. What?
Yeah. So he kept on saying it's a little independent, and shockingly, a little independent was available as a name, and
Right.
we'll soon have a
And
email and website to share with you.
so when we landed on that title, and I thought it was kind of cool, and I didn't even realize I had put that in my text, numerous times. So I looked it up, and so a little independent, Ali, A-L-I, which means high or elevated. So Ryan is the high, and I'm the elevated.
Oh, I like that. Nice. Elevated.
Little insights into our world.
We're elevated. All right. Well, so I think we should get into this.
Yep.
So the format is going to be we're starting because Todd named it. Todd is the Genesis. He picked the first movie. Each episode we will take turns suggesting movies to watch, independent, obscure. Now, if we get people to listen to this, I don't want everybody just hacking in on what's truly independent. I mean, we have some criteria. We'll get into that another time. But, if it's got a big movie star in it, it could still be independent.
Yeah.
Do you want to go into any rules at the top or
No.
let this naturally happen?
Yeah, and things evolve as they go. But yeah, I look at the hidden gems, the ones you got to hunt for.
Yeah. So, and it's easier in a way now that a lot of the platforms are supporting these kind of films, which is great. I mean, you have Parasite doing what it did, and obviously it's a foreign film, but there's more ways to see these kind of movies, which is cool. And just because it's on Netflix doesn't mean it isn't unique or
Right.
know.
Yeah, and Amazon of course has a gazillion.
Yeah.
So
we're not sponsored by either of those platforms, just FYI. So our first movie is one that what brought you to it, and why did you send it to me?
Well, I was, doing the metal detecting surfing thing and going through, and I came across this one, and it's actually just a gut feeling because a lot of times I'll watch the trailer first, and if the trailer piques my interest, then I'll watch it.
So you do is the trailer as necessary as reviews? Because you sent me a few
I'll do
movies
both.
that were very poorly reviewed, and that doesn't bother me.
Right.
But I'm like, they're wrong again.
Yeah, if the premise strikes me or the trailer and both, then I would overlook the review.
So yeah, you gave me this movie. It's called Still.
Yeah, 2018. I guess there's another still a little bit from 2014.
There's a lot of variations.
It's not that
on
movie.
them.
Yeah, 2018.
But so this one's in 2018, and the official description is when a young hiker stumbles onto an isolated farm after losing her way on the Appalachian Trail, she is taken in by a strange yet beautiful couple, desperate to protect a secret deep in the mountains. Yeah. So the first thing I'm like, okay, wait a second. I mean, not to be. They looked sad.
Yeah,
but
when
why
you
did
first
they
see
throw
her,
beautiful?
is she beautiful?
and again, they are. I mean, they're in their way, but it just seemed a weird thing to put in the description.
Yeah, that caught me off guard. That word "beautiful" when you said it.
So it stars Lydia Wilson, Nick Blood, and Madeline Brewer, and written and directed. And this is what got you. You just love this. I think guy.
I go for writer-directors.
Takashi Idosher. I think that's how you pronounce Doscheer.
I don't know. I had to look him up after watching the movie.
And he's young.
Youngster. Yeah, early 20s, I think.
And I agree with you. Writer-director is so impressive. And, you hope the studio doesn't mess with your vision too much because it's still subject to edit and what have you. But you'd think that's the truest form for somebody.
Yeah, and the way we appreciate movies, we understand, writing a movie is difficult enough.
Right.
And then directing it too and getting it made and then getting it on a platform, is tremendous. But then to have the depth that this youngster has in his writing and directing is I found truly amazing.
Absolutely. And you've written a movie.
Yeah, and so have you.
Yeah. Nobody's asking to make them.
Has it been reviewed yet?
So this is categorized. I did not watch the trailer before watching this as a drama, fantasy, mystery. So this movie got me because I looked up Lydia Wilson, the lead, who plays Ella. She was in Star Trek Beyond as a character named Kalara.
Oh.
So I'm guessing she was made up, like makeup and maybe a monster or something.
Standing in the background. I had no idea.
Nick Blood. Had you heard of him before? The guy who plays Adam?
No.
So I'd never seen him in anything. The one thing that piqued my interest is he's in a 2012 movie with Emilia Clarke. Khaleesi. And the movie's called Spike Island, and it was notable because Nick Blood's his character's name is Dave Famous.
Wow.
So I'm like, is that a barbecue reference, or is that just a weird rock star name? I don't know.
So he's been in a movie with Khaleesi and with a
Star Trek person. So Nick Blood, and then Madeline Brewer. This got my attention.
You're
the girl from Cam, that movie about the Cam girls.
She's in that?
Yeah, she's the lead actress, and she's in The Handmaid's Tale.
That
too.
explains that one scene that's coming up in the movie.
Yeah. So that got me excited because Cam, I don't know if it's one that we'll do, but she's really great in it. Like, just stand out. Great. So, and then Takashi, this is his debut film, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And then
that blew me away as well.
And I didn't look. Did he do like shorts before it or anything? Or was it?
He's got 2 things on ESPN I saw. So like sports documentaries that he got awards for, I believe. So he's talented
just
all
like
over.
Andy Sedaris.
Yeah.
We're finding parallels already.
Except their dialogue is...
He has less nudity and explosions, which are just fine too. And then he has another film that you like called Only, right? In 2019?
Yeah, I believe that was his second feature, and I saw that probably in the spring, not knowing who he was or anything, or well before I found Still.
Right.
Yeah.
And it has no tagline. So no tagline.
No, it's an apocalyptic type.
That's
movie, but
so.
it was really,
let's
really
get into
rich.
it because the movie opens on this kind of rustic setting. First shot's kind of beautiful, and it settles on a house. Now I wouldn't say cabin, but
it's a log cabin.
It's in
the Appalachian woods.
And I don't want to paint the cabin in the woods thing because people start thinking Evil Dead and.
Well, this first 30 seconds, he sets up visually sets up the whole movie.
Right.
You got the cabin, you got the field, and then
So not knowing anything about it, I viewed the cabin and then a truck. So it's grounding us it could be now, it could be 1978. So
Yeah.
anytime between then.
Right.
And you have a gentleman who we see from the distance, white tank top, his armament of choice. This guy,
A pickup truck and a wife beater.
yeah, he's trying to be Vin Diesel. Is what he's doing. He's rotten with white tank tops, dirty ones, by the way. And so he enters the house, and then you have a gal that we see from the distance, and she's by a shed. Now, did you notice this happened twice? The shed has a sign that says Blood Mountain.
I did not notice that.
So you're assuming this is a couple. Again, she's dressed kind of provincially. Maybe it could be 1990 in grunge for girls. It could be 1930.
Yeah. So, kind of an interesting side note. It was filmed, I think, the whole movie was filmed in a state park. It's
Oh, really?
And I think Blood Mountain was where. So that's probably that shed is
But
probably
it comes
part of
up
the state
later.
park.
We'll get to it, but so it's just kind of interesting. It's a handwritten sign with decent penmanship, actually. I mean, it was set decorated pretty well because it wasn't like all crude
Yeah.
like you'd think. So again, not knowing what this was going in, I see the Appalachian Mountains, I see this quiet, and I'm thinking horror movie.
Yep.
It vibes like that, I think, kind of off the bat.
Yeah, and for a little while, it's misdirecting you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty awesome.
you see her, and she's walking around, and she's got a jug on a string. Now, visually, that was jarring. Oh, jarring. Oh. We're just going to bask in that for a second. That was
Growlering.
she was growling like a bear. But she's like, she's got this jug on a string, kind of like a kid.
Just kind of walking
Yeah.
whimsically along through
And
the
then
field.
two hikers show up.
And but that is foreshadowing the entire movie.
Yeah.
He's setting it all up in one little nutshell without you knowing anything.
Yeah.
It's, well written.
So again, very unique. You don't hear a lot. It's just kind of not a lot of music at this point. And then two hikers show up.
Yeah.
Decidedly 80. Did you check the shorts on the one dude? Remember 80 shorts that
Yep.
are like red with white piping everywhere?
I wore them.
Okay. Okay. You currently have them on under your jeans.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. A little faded.
So these two hikers show up, and they say they've been lost. They've been out here for 18 days or something. And she kind of playfully does this like, oh, follow me. And I'm thinking horror movie, 100%.
Yeah.
So she ends up ostensibly going back towards the house, and this truck comes out of the woods, and we find her fella, who we think is her fella,
just
Adam,
driving across the field like a
is
madman.
very mad.
Yeah.
He's very, why did you bring them
The
here?
Vin Diesel of pickup trucks across a field in the Appalachia.
That's right. Well, I mean, Vin would have done it much better, but he Mr. Blood, Nick Blood did his best. So he gets out and he's really upset, and he's got a gun. He puts these two hikers in the truck, drives off, and that's the cold open of the movie.
Yeah, and she's arguing with him. She's trying to stop him.
Yeah.
So
So Adam and Ella, you hear their names in
these
the
guys
intro.
these guys are fucked.
So again, I'm thinking horror movie, but I'm interested. Like, what's
Don't
the
we hear
deal?
the gunshots go off?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Do you?
I think
I
you
don't
hear
remember.
two gunshots go off
Okay.
after he takes off with them.
So then we have the credits, which I don't know about you, but I like an opening credit scene that's just old timey photos that kind of, because these credits misdirect the hell out of you.
Well, you're setting me up for my favorite movie of all time, Butch and Sundance, which is set up exactly the same
the
way.
whole intro of the movie.
And he does it the same way. I mean, I hope he's doing an homage or took study from that movie.
That'd be
because,
interesting.
All these newspaper articles are foreshadowing the entire movie.
Yeah.
If you look at the
But
titles of all those.
So I wrote down a couple of the things that kind of stood out, because it starts with like the late 1800s, then it seems to go through the 20s, and there's newspaper headlines that say land grab, and then it goes into prohibition in the newspapers.
The land grab one you just said something about construction of the trail, Appalachian Trail halts because of antique site found or something like that, which is going to allude to
It
our
said
cave.
ancient findings halt trail construction.
Right, ancient findings. So to me, that's
interesting.
alluding to our cave.
So
that's coming up.
then they go into a lot of shots of people doing moonshining and making bathtub gin or what have you,
Yep.
which I assume is why it's called Still,
Yep.
the movie.
You're right. Yeah.
Or, no, that may be a double.
When we got there, when we get to that part, I do have my theory on why he picked that name.
So then I get confused because there's a newspaper article that shows what looks like our guy, and it says wanted Adam Sampson for the kidnapping of Ella Shelby.
Yes.
And so then I'm going, okay, I think those are our main characters. Bizarre.
Right. Yeah.
Then Ancient Findings, Halt Trail Construction. Then it's the photo of the two
newspaper's
hikers.
Really old, it's like 100
Yeah, and it's
some
going.
years old.
Yeah, it's going further into time.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, this can't. Okay, I'm interested.
Yeah.
And then you see a photo of the two 80s hikers, like it was taken immediately when they entered the shot, because they were standing in the same spot that they
Hikers
were.
Disappear.
And it said 2 hikers missing near Blood Mountain.
Yeah.
That was Blood Mountain again.
There you go, Blood Mountain, and that's the part of the state park or something like that.
But it's never addressed. They don't talk about Blood Mountain so I'm like, okay, horror movie, cool. And then there is an article about a student in school named Lily DeVille, and she's battling a rare cancer.
Yeah.
Cut to Madeline Brewer with blonde dreadlocks.
Okay. Affectionately known as
Cam.
Dreads.
Dreads. I wrote down dreads. Well, I wrote down dreads ? Because I don't know if they were dreads or if they were just knots. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, she had a distinct look for sure. Kind of, San Francisco, maybe edgy, granola. She looked like she smelled bad. I'll say that.
A little hippie-ish.
And that's I wrote that down a lot. But so you assume that she may be Lily. She's got pills, and she goes to the opening of the state park, ostensibly to go into the woods and die.
Yeah, I mean, they cut right to it. She's got the terminal disease, and then she's just going, cutting to her on the trail, kind of doing a pilgrimage.
Like face acting, I'm not always a fan of it, but her face acting in the opening with her looking at herself in the mirror, it's lit beautifully, and I can't describe what she's looking like. It's really well done. And
again, this is his first feature film.
So I assume
and there's hardly any low budget,
It looks good though.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. His level of Takashi.
So she's going into the woods to die, do you think?
Yeah, or yeah, I think so. Or
so
she's just on the trail to find herself, before she's to that point.
So a noble thing, I guess, to do, but she makes her way. She's very sick. She's coughing, and it's not going great.
No, and she doesn't look healthy.
She doesn't look healthy, and she finds herself, in the shadow of this house and collapses, right?
Yeah.
So she kind of makes it as far as she can.
The same Blood Mountain cabin.
So, yeah. Again, I'm like, horror movie.
Yep.
So she does something that I find very interesting. Now, I said I did a Reddit article on people in movies who wake up in the hospital and immediately pull the wires out of their arms.
Right.
I think that's a weird first reaction. So, similarly, if I wake up in a strange house, in a strange bed, I'm a little alarmed.
Yeah.
But if there's a glass of milk on the table next to me, I am not drinking it.
Well,
no.
In
this house, you don't know what kind of milk that could be. It could be baboon. It could be.
Yeah.
They're the hills. They're hill people. I mean,
well, I'm
who
thinking,
knows what they're milking?
Yeah, I'm thinking she's going to be kidnapped. You're just.
It's that false sense of security.
Horror, yeah.
But that's the
horror movie all the way.
Appalachian, movies. It's all that's to this point. They're all about horror. It's just everything is awful.
The backwoods.
Yeah.
Nothing good's going to happen here.
So, but it doesn't feel super confined. Like the house is in a clearing, which gives this movie a little space.
Yeah.
It's not shrouded in the woods. So then she meets Ella, who says, and they're very nice. Adam obviously has a little edge because we know from the beginning, but Ella says, I could draw you a bath.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh, okay, now we're going to see what kind of plumbing situation they have to ground us. Because, Lily looks like of now, right? Like, so she, with her hair and her face jewelry.
Well, just, like you said, just waking up in a stranger's cabin in the woods.
Goes right for that gross, hot milk. Oh.
I'm gonna draw you a bath.
So I'm wondering what their plumbing situation is. What it is the bath is under a tree, conservatively 2 miles from their house.
Yeah, we don't know the distance. Isn't it wooden, like a wooden tub?
No, I think it's a tin tub, but she would have to bring that hot water back. It would take 3 hours to fill. It would be the worst experience ever under a weird tree, just bathing.
Well, she fills up the tub, and then I actually put this in my notes, which aren't. Ryan, by the way, has typed notes.
Nope, this is all from memory.
Beautifully formatted.
All from memory.
I have this handwritten mess. So what I have here is failure to communicate. No, wrong movie. Hope that the water suits you. That's what she says to her. Now, what a beautiful foreshadowing.
Okay.
Hope that the water suits
Listeners,
you.
Put a pin in that. You can put a pen in it if you want.
Because it's the very water.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. So when
water
she said
water
that,
is
I went,
important.
oh man.
So I thought this was interesting. They show, and maybe this is to show her improving down the road, but there's a silhouette of Lily in the bath, and she's pulling her hair out.
Right.
And I'm thinking, horror movie.
Well, the cancer thing.
Is she going to turn into a monster? Yeah, like something is going on. She's being affected. But obviously she's sick. She's pulling her hair out.
You're worried about the milk.
And it never, the milk.
I just took it as, the newspaper article, and she was having, the cancer in her hair was starting to fall out.
But it never comes back again. And that must be because of what we know. Okay. So she has dinner for the first night in this weird house.
But did you notice at the dinner table how much better she looks? Her face,
Not right away.
Yeah. I noticed that today.
I got where they were getting. No, I didn't.
When she's sitting at the dinner table, she looks much healthier, and she's the only one with food in front of her.
I wrote that down too.
Okay.
They're not eating.
No, they're just sitting there watching her eat. They got a drink in front of them.
And the guy is
like, why aren't they eating? Is this her last meal? This is not going to be good for her.
Adam is salty. Like, from the beginning that she was going to bring 2 guys, and he was furious and murdered them. So
and she tried to stop him.
So something's up.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what is going on. Why are they keeping her? Why are they being kind to her? And so the sense of kind of menace was good. And I think the guy, Nick Blood, is that his name, Nick Blood? I think he does a good job.
The acting of all 3 of these folks, these youngsters, is phenomenal. But, you mentioned a lot of the big-time movies they're going into.
You don't have to
so
say youngsters. You're 28 years old, dude.
Yeah. Couple years younger than me.
This is not a visual podcast. Nobody knows Todd is 28, and he's calling these people youngsters. It's weird. So I've noticed that our Adam and Ella are always drinking out of jugs, and I'm assuming it's moonshine. So that first night dinner, it was weird. Adam and Ella not eating, but drinking just tons of moonshine out of jugs. They're just plowing through moonshine.
The magic jug.
And it seems to affect them. Like, if it's not moonshine, they seem to be affected. It looks drunk or elation or whatever. And I think that's pretty bizarre. But my question is, why keep Lily? Because, Adam...
Because it's a horror movie in the woods, we think.
Right. But Adam was very clearly upset about... Ella bringing those 2 guys back.
Well, he didn't
so much so that he murdered 2 people. Oh, are you serious?
He liked dreads.
Okay, he liked dreads. So that was a personal preference. That's why. Yeah. But he's still like stink eyeing her, and there's something up, like some bad energy coming off of him.
Yeah. He does not like company. Clearly.
Yeah, but he's tolerating her,
and we wonder why.
And you pointed out that he says, tomorrow morning you go. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. Is he going to kill her somewhere else?
First thing in the morning, I'll take you back to the trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amiable, and she sleeps in.
Yeah, and then they leave. They leave her at the table with the food by herself, and this starving girl pushes the food away and doesn't eat it because she's a little concerned about, I think, what's going to happen.
Well, she drank that weird milk.
Now she has to go back and sleep in that same bed.
That's right. And if that milk's still there, that's suspect. So she comes out and Adam is chopping wood and she's like, I overslept.
She wakes up to the wood.
Yeah.
The sound of the wood being chopped and wakes up and looks out the window.
You go ahead, you can help me and mess up your hands trying to chop wood for me while she's coughing up blood. Again, why keep her? She's just doing chores and coughing up blood. It's not helpful.
He does tell her that she earned her keep when her hands are all bloody and blistered.
I mean, like chunks taken out.
Yeah.
It's gross.
It's
again,
what was that
horror
that
movie
commercial, Palmolive, with dish hands?
That wouldn't have helped. Calgon, we got nothing to help this girl.
The bath wouldn't have taken her away.
So they just put a bit of like cloth on her, white cloth, and wrap up her hands. There you go.
They dipped the cloth in what now? Water. Yeah,
that was the key to everything. Hot water. No, it wasn't even hot. So one thing I noticed was kind of funny. Did you notice on the porch there was a banjo?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, full banjo.
So we're in the Appalachians.
Yeah.
And there's a banjo on the porch.
Where horror is made, because that's the only thing that happens there is bad things.
And she's lost. She has no way out.
But the banjo, do you think was that a deliverance call? Because that's
an
all
homage.
like do.
He should have been driving a Trans Am across the field,
playing Eastbound and Down.
With
Eastbound. Oh,
I would say that was Bert's first big hit.
That's true.
No, it wasn't. He was in that Raquel Welch movie.
Deliverance. You got that wetsuit with no sleeves, sleeveless wetsuit.
Shooting a bow.
Yeah, not independent. Can't talk about that. So then we have a scene. I'm on brand, bro.
You're focused.
So then we have a scene where the two ladies are enjoying some moonshine, and they make out. They start the kissing.
Yeah, everything settles down a little bit, and we
just
got
two
two
gals
girls on the
sipping
porch,
moonshine,
with a banjo behind them.
Yeah,
lit up on moonshine.
Naturally, they begin.
So they got a kiss, right? I mean,
I think that's
isn't that what girls do?
Unwritten social rule. So Adam shows up, not happy. So that debunks your theory about why he kept her around. He's not happy. Ella goes and gives him a consolation makeout. Would you call it?
He just kind of stares. I mean, he's just like, what?
And
what
she gives him some moonshine, ostensibly. He drinks it. And then they go back to the house. Yeah. Cut to
Ella leads in and leaves the door open, Ella being his wife.
And so you've got Adam and Lily going at it, and Ella is sitting on the sidelines under a sheet.
It starts off as a three-way.
Sad. I don't know that it does. I feel like it was almost comedy, because you see the two, and then she's just all like,
you're fixated on Ella sitting in the corner just looking at him.
It again, her face is the look of devastation at all times. This actress, I don't know what her process was or what her secret was.
Yeah.
But it must be, I've had to watch my dog die over and over for the last 3 weeks. Yeah. That is the look on her face.
We're going to find out why, she's in that state coming up here. Yeah.
It's so bizarre because I know they look like they smell so bad.
Well,
it's sweaty Appalachian Mountain heat. They look like they smell
Dred's
disgusting.
Asking, are you guys living off grid?
Yeah. Meaning, do you guys wear deodorant? Oh, it's amazing we made it out of the Wild West. Continuing species. She did not have soap. They never show her with soap. She's just pulling her hair out.
That's a different reason.
So then we get to a spot where I'm further saddened by Ella's and Adam's story.
It's the next morning. The three-way is complete.
Yeah.
Or no, it turned into a two-way.
It's complete.
Or no, what do you call
the
it
circle
when one person watches and the other two are at it? Something. There's probably a name for that.
Me in high school.
The video store line.
So Ella's sitting under a tree, and Lily comes upon her.
Looking at two crosses.
Or a bunch of crosses.
Two.
There's a few, but she says, those two are mine. Her babies were stillborn.
And there's that word again.
And still.
They use still throughout the movie, like all the time, besides the actual process.
That was really sad. Like I'm still wondering what's up with Ella and Adam. And I think they've been alive forever and they're aliens. Maybe I don't know.
It feels like it.
But
and they're
that
arguing all the time.
Totally grounded. Nice. Wow. There's some slam. There's a cultural commentary. But to know that they'd lost 2 children.
Yeah.
Like that is awful on top of awful. Still a horror movie. Now at this point, I think they're going to turn Dreads into the daughter they never had. And I don't know, do weird things with her. But that's really sad to me. And then they start talking about Lily's disease. And again, I'm brought back to the fact that this is a woman with terminal cancer.
Right.
That you think admittedly is looking peppier by the minute, which I didn't completely see the first time.
Yeah, they did the makeup work on her, and she's definitely looking
she was
healthier.
coughing less. But then Ella tries to show Lily this cave.
Yeah.
Is this the first time you see that cave or any cave?
Yeah. And she doesn't want to go into this, where are you taking
Because she has some instinct.
Yeah.
Because, like I thought, she is a terminal cancer patient who's relegated to be murdered in a heinous way by these crazy weirdos.
And then she's starting, talking biblical.
She's not trying to escape. And then Ella says, yeah, I thought why you were brought here, I thought you were a test. After last night, I realized you're here for something else.
Yeah, something
which
much
must
bigger.
mean it has to do with Adam.
And we're still scared for Dreads.
I am at this point.
There's a cave. She's trying to get her into the cave. Now she's kind of talking these Old Testament biblical stuff.
I guess Aliens was right out.
Don't go in the cave, Dreads.
And she doesn't because Adam shows up.
Which tells her to look at her hands at some point.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so her hands are bandaged because they were all bloody and blistered
debacle,
from the chopping wood. And so she takes her bandages off, and voila, they're in perfect shape.
So at this point, I think there's regenerative properties to the woods or the house or them.
Well,
did you?
And
no, you
I,
knew.
I got the
you
water
knew.
at that
you
point.
You knew.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
You're so much smarter than me. I didn't.
Maybe I'm cheating. I don't know, but I mean, clearly it was just a wrap in water. A white bandage in water, and it healed her hands.
Interesting. Okay, so you're noticing at this point that water has healing properties when placed on an exterior wound. I did not get that. I thought they were aliens.
Yeah.
So Adam shows up, and this is where things completely go haywire for me between Adam and Ella.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were a married couple, although again, in the opening we see that he kidnapped her.
Have you noticed that they're really arguing all the time? Ella and Adam they don't seem to like each other at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get that?
From the get. Yeah. Again, because he kidnapped her and has kept her kidnapped for the past 300 years?
No, well, we don't know that yet.
It felt that. That's kind of what I... Again, no, in truth, they've been married for like 12 years and they just can't stand each other. But she said, and this elevated...
Well, he's got his gun. He's angry. Adam's always angry. Why did you bring her here? Why did you bring her here?
And she says, I want out. I want out.
She came so I could leave.
This isn't natural what we're doing. She's here for you. And I'm like, what
the fuck at this point? What the fuck is going on?
And okay, it's not natural what we're doing. I mean, a three-way maybe is questionable.
Well, and the banjo,
Yeah, but then he says, we made vows. And then to your point, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Vows are forever. Vows are forever.
Yeah, she wants out.
And he says, don't you love me? I love you.
Meanwhile, he says, say you love me, while he's pointing a rifle at her.
Yeah.
Say you love me. Yeah,
and then Adam...
Does he still have the wife beater on at this point?
No, he's actually upgraded to a blue collared shirt.
He's still angry.
He's no longer in Vin Diesel territory.
He's moved up to the Rock.
So Adam, out of nowhere, shoots Lily, and he makes Ella watch.
Lily runs.
Yeah.
She's like, I've had enough of this bullshit.
She flies. She flies in the air, which I thought was kind of funny.
It's a big rifle.
It was a big rifle. And then Adam is holding Ella saying, watch what you did, look what you did. So,
his wife, she falls apart and she's bleeding. Lily that he just shot, Dreads.
And like that
she's on the ground bleeding, coughing up blood, and he's grabbing
look
Ella.
At what you
look
did,
at
watch
what you made me do.
He said, look what you did. Because
you're gonna watch.
I watch every movie with closed captioning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what you did? Okay,
Yeah.
this is weird.
How did she pull the trigger?
They're apparently a married couple who've been married for 1 to 300 years, and it's not natural what they're doing.
Okay, so while he's making her look, physically holding her head, looking at the girl with the gunshot on the ground, coughing up blood, we cut to the beginning of the flashback.
The beginning of the second movie within still
Yeah.
the longest flashback of all time.
And a testament to Kashi's writing and directing, this flashback goes on for a very long time. But like you said, it's like a second movie. It's taking you back. We feel like we're in the 1850s. Maybe post-Civil War, 1880s, whatever.
I guess it's not that clear, but it opens on them running through the woods being chased by gunfire.
Yeah, them being Adam and Ella.
And they seem to be together?
They're being chased.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, they're trying to
Adam's
get away.
not clearly kidnapping her, I didn't feel like.
No, they're trying. They're clearly running
from
and being chased
somebody
by
who's
a
pursuing
posse.
them.
Yeah, kind of like Back to Butch and Sundance, the posse.
The
super
posse. And they're being chased by Shelby's men, which obviously we know from the intro is her last name.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
okay. Yeah. And then it leads to them finding the cave because they hide out in it.
Yeah, and then
they find the cave first.
The old skeleton couple in the back of the cave.
Yeah, so an interesting, few bodies. And that leads them to finding the house. Now, Adam's hurt. He's shot, ostensibly.
Yeah, he comes into the cave shot, and then
it feels like she takes care of, because she stitches him up and he's screaming once they're in the house.
Yeah, Ella finds the house.
So he seems to heal naturally.
He does.
She's hunting around and she finds the deed to the house.
Yeah, and Ella is markedly different.
Yeah,
than she was
strong
up to this point. Oh yeah, she's very.
Well, she hasn't been burdened by 300 years of marriage at this point, I guess.
Wait, you don't know that yet.
Because her soul is gone when we first meet her.
Yeah,
it's completely obliterated.
Hence your description of her portrayal.
Yeah, it's
the
devastating.
Imagine being married for that
so they
long.
find the deed to the house that they're in the name of Thomas and Mary Bragg, and they're sure nobody's coming back, so they figure we're going to stay here as long as we can.
Yeah, she slams the deed down and says
it's hers.
This is my place.
And he says, I have just as much of a claim.
Yeah. But he's talking in the old time, he's giving you the 1800s feel because of the way they're both talking to each other.
So then it comes to bear that Ella paid Adam to take her away from her abusive father.
And if you remember back in the beginning, that was one of the newspaper articles that Ella Shelby was kidnapped.
By him.
Yeah.
He's mentioned
by
in
Adam,
name.
whatever his name was.
Adam.
Checking the notes.
Adam Sampson. So.
Sampson?
Yeah.
What if she was called Delilah? Would you have gone there?
No. That's an old timey name though. I think Delilah. So that's, but then I'd be distracted. Like, when's she going to cut his hair? And is that a thing? I don't know.
It was already cut. Yeah.
So, Adam decides to leave, and as he's leaving, he kind of falls, and she comes after him, and
his wound opened back up, and she wasn't going to have because they're hiding out from the posse, and she's not going to have how does she say, the hounds finding his blood trail
because
and leading
of
him to him, because now she's got a home, a deed hidden away.
That's hardcore.
Change her name.
That's hardcore.
Oh, 1880s bitch, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He had to be tough like that. So, I have a clip as. Oops.
Oh, a clip.
Oops. Yeah. So as we'll want to do, I will play a clip from the movie that I think is a pretty, powerful part or what have you.
Okay.
So here you go.
Now I know you're torn up about this place. Can't take getting the one up by a woman, can you? Living under a woman's roof. But you listen to me and you listen straight. If you think this is pity, you got another thing coming. I didn't run halfway across the state for you to lead Shelby and his men right back to me.
I ain't getting caught. I ain't no snitch.
But you're a right fool. Dumb as they come. Now, can sleep in the shed for all I care. But you ain't leaving a trail in the woods for the hounds to follow.
Look at you.
You try and leave again before those wounds are closed, I'll put you in the ground myself.
Woo!
Right?
Now, was that 1930s talk or was that 1880s talk? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
But you definitely get the old time feel of the way she's talking.
Well, just, what you'd seen of Ella up to that point was so beat down and so,
oh yeah,
trodden upon, and to see her strong like that.
Yeah, completely different.
I found this house, I found the deed.
Yeah.
Like, you're lucky I let you stay here.
Yeah. I ain't got time to bleed.
He does, because he bleeds a lot. So it turns out that Ella doesn't have a dad. She has a stepdad. He was a moonshiner. So they decide to make a still, start doing moonshine.
Okay, so I have to tell you, this was the quote I wrote down. My quote of the movie. And let me get it here. So he's leaving, right? And then falls down, and she goes up to. God, we're in the same place. So my quote of the movie is right after your clip. Ladies and gentlemen, this was not planned.
We're in love.
Yeah. Is this date night? What the fuck's going on?
I guess so. Bunch of weird, happy assholes in here.
God, we love
professing
movies.
our love for each other in weird movies.
So, ain't no way I can build a still by myself. So that's her line to convince him to stay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the word still.
Interesting.
So in my big note is, and when we get to the creek, I'll answer the big question that I had. But this leads to the title itself, because the still, them him teaching her how to build the still and them doing the still together so that they're able to live and survive, because they barter the moonshine, is what brings them together as a couple and leads to their marriage. Because before that, he was just hired to kidnap her and help her get away from her stepfather.
Yeah.
And then she's booting him out. She's got her house and the deed, and you're out. But the still is what brought the two of them together. That's my take.
Okay, is that the spiritual? Is that your spiritual moment?
No.
Okay.
I got that written down.
So they build this still, and they go into what I think is their first meet cute of the movie. They start flirting with each other, and he's throwing stuff in her hair. And I'm like, what is going on? Okay.
Completely different.
So they must have fallen in love in over 300 years, what have you. But my favorite bit of flirting that he does, this is a line.
Wait, you didn't wonder why we're back in the 1880s yet?
No.
No. You didn't catch on that there's something that has kept them alive for 150 years?
Yeah, I figured it was something.
Aliens?
I thought souls were replaced by...
You're waiting for the space.
But they're flirting back and forth, and he says to her, I thought you were nothing but a pair of chicken legs.
And I thought you were nothing but a mule.
What clever, just sexy wordplay, like, chicken legs.
And mule.
Mule.
Well, it's got a little Clint Eastwood there, Mule.
So the flashback is now going on for about 3 hours, and stepdad shows up with a posse. And this is...
Well, she's out in the field, and then...
She sees three people coming.
They break into the clearing, the posse does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she runs for the house.
And I guess movie cliches are abound, because there's one black actor in this movie.
Oh.
First to die.
No way.
He's just shot immediately.
Oh,
so,
he catches her.
Yeah, and Adam shoots him. So
well, that was when she was escaping. She escaped from the house.
But a movie cliche nonetheless.
No, I didn't even catch that. Yeah, and they're running through she's going for the cave.
Yeah.
Doesn't Adam tell her to go for the cave?
Well, yeah, she does. And they get there, and the father shows up. And he's doing the same kind of fire and brimstone that Ella does. He's there to cleanse her with the Holy Spirit. And he starts out very tender, and then he goes to crazy. He goes 0 to crazy immediately, and she's got a gun on him.
Like an 1880s Ferrari.
And he gets the stepdad gets to her, and she grabs his own gun, shoots him point blank.
Well, he knocked the
Adios.
rifle away, and then she grabbed the gun that was in his holster, and
Yeah.
bam, it goes off, and then she shoots him again.
Yep.
But remember earlier, Adam asked her, what did he do to you?
And she says, "I'll never talk about that."
Yeah. So what is your take?
I think he probably, I don't know, made her. I don't think it's as sinister, but maybe he made her listen to a lot of Liza Minnelli or something. You
So
know,
you didn't
like,
you didn't go that
sit
it was
down,
a-
girl.
you didn't
We're
go
putting
that-
the greatest hits on, Liza. I don't know why.
You don't think
Liza
it was
Minnelli.
a
That's
molestation situation, and that's why she was
weird.
running away from him?
I assume
That's what I took
I
from
assume
it.
at that
And
time all
but
the
it's
worst
never
things.
said. It is never said.
all the worst things.
Which I think is powerful.
So then Adam's shot, and I had to be led to this like a horse to water. That was a pretty terrible pun, but
You're foreshadowing.
it didn't deserve silence like
You're-
that.
You are foreshadowing 10
So
seconds
Adam's
out.
shot, he asked for water, and
She goes into the cave.
they're into the cave, and then they cut back to present time.
Right. Now stop there. Adam's laying on the ground,
Yep.
shot and dying, blood
Yep.
coming out of his mouth, which is where we cut to,
Lily on the ground.
right, where we cut to the flashback to begin with.
Yeah, so 17 hours later, the
But look at that
flashback's over.
writing. Isn't that
Yeah.
brilliant? How he tied all
Awesome.
that together.
Awesome.
And you don't even, it took me the second time to even pick up on those tidbits. The kid's only 22, 24 years old.
Do you want me to find his email address for you or something?
Takashi! Takashi.
So, cut back to present time, as you said. Parallel shots. Ella gives Lily water from the cave. It seems to heal her. And this is what I wrote. Now I get it. Fountain of youth.
Yeah. How many minutes in?
Most of them.
Now I get it.
Then it all comes together. The jug is the special water. The fountain of youth water. Clear container is always moonshine.
Yeah.
Lily
So
asks.
You asked the spiritual moment.
Oh, you have it here?
And the spiritual message, just the healing waters, was the spiritual moment in the movie for me.
Right.
The fact that,
And that's
and
a real
that's-
thing.
And that's very,
Reputedly.
very, very biblical.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So we'll have to call that something. Todd's Spiritual Corner.
Yeah.
So every movie we do, you're going to point out where it got you in the spiritual gonads.
as long as there is one.
Yeah. And maybe that
If the
doesn't always
movie
have
has
to be
one.
So we're getting close to the end here, but Ella and Lily are talking, and she says, "Am I cured now?" And Ella says, "I don't know." So this is Ella taking Lily back to the world. Ostensibly, she's going to let her go.
Yeah, she wakes up and she's like, I was shot. How
Yeah,
is this
what happened?
possible? Because she's healed.
So they're at the entrance of the preserve, and Ella is taking Lily. They go to a bar, but Adam is really upset about all this.
Well, yeah, you're jumped to where the point. Yeah, he drops them off. He says, "I'll take you wherever you want to go." And They're set up in a little tent.
Yep.
Adam just drops them off. Dreads wants to ask her, "Am I cured?" And she says,
Maybe if you keep drinking the water.
If you keep drinking the water, but if she leaves, how can she drink the water?
But she leaves, and Ella goes with her. Now we see Adam kind of upset. He goes to his drawer. It's full of dirty tank tops.
Ella has a jug with her, though.
She
She's got the
does.
magic jug.
Does she?
She leaves with the magic jug.
So what happens to her? What happens to her?
Well,
All right. So
I'll let you guide the
she's in the bar, and these two meatheads are hitting on the ladies.
trail meatheads.
Great,
I
gross
like it.
meatheads. Yeah, just like the two in the beginning.
The app trail meatheads.
And Ella gets a nosebleed. All hell breaks loose. They get her in the car. They're like, what's going on? She's unresponsive. They get her to a
She
hospital.
drops on the floor, and they take her to some clinic or whatever. She'll never make it. Meanwhile, Adam. Well, we should say what Adam's doing. So Adam goes to the cave and looks for her, and the skeletal couple next to the pool of water deep in this cave. There's this beautiful pool of water, and which is where they get their fountain of youth from. And he goes back and they had a journal that was in their hands that they
Forgot
kept.
about the journal.
Yeah, and he goes back and they show him reading the journal, and then cut to him racing like
Something's up.
like a Burt Reynolds in his pickup truck.
So is the journal like, hey, don't leave here or else?
Well, that's Takashi's writing, baby. He doesn't tell you. He
All right,
doesn't say it.
Takashi.
He shows it.
So
So
Ella,
he doesn't say what was in the journal and why he's racing so crazily.
I have a guess. So Ella's on
We're gonna find out.
on a hospital or an emergency room table,
Yeah.
and she is getting older and older,
She is gray,
and older.
wrinkled on the hospital bed.
and everybody's freaking out. Like, what's going on?
Adam comes charging in with with a magic jug.
Nick Blood.
Nick Blood, baby. The doctor turns, tries to stop him. He's up against the wall, slam down on the ground, and then the magic jug
Yeah.
to her.
This is
what
the-
used to be teal lips.
This is the only area of the movie where I think editing or whatever went south, because it's close-ups of the jug to her old crusty, like, bleeding lips. Dude, and then the next shot, she's perfectly normal. So maybe they didn't have the budget to transition back. But I thought that was cool. So now I'm like, I wrote the note again. Now I get it. Fountain of Youth.
Yeah, you got it twice.
Yeah, because I was maybe unsure about it the first time.
Well, yeah. So he gets the water in her, and then boom, cut to then she's back to her normal age, and then he scoops her up,
Takes her home.
carries her out,
Writes a
and-
note.
and leaves Meathead and Dreads just all
Yeah, well, that
aghast.
happens kind of like they don't meatheads and dreads don't know what's going on. Adam writes a note. It says, "You were right. I'm sorry." He leaves with a jug
Yeah.
into the woods.
So what's your take on the note? Why is he sorry?
Because he did this to her. He kept her here. He kept her because they can obviously choose to die, right?
Yep.
Like if she, and was she trying to die? Was she trying to kill herself? And in the journal, it said, "Hey, if you go out of this place, you're going to rapidly age and die." That's what I think was in the note. So Lily comes back to the house with the meatheads, which is so bizarre.
Yeah.
And they're all drinking moonshine. Ella comes downstairs, sees them, kind of has a look and says, "I'm out," grabs a jug, walks into the woods.
Yeah. Well, back to the note. If you remember, she told Dreads, Ella told Dreads that, you were here so I could leave. Right? So we know there's a fountain of youth.
Yeah,
we know
another
there are-
mate for him. He needs a mate.
Well, she was awful depressed throughout the whole beginning, and
She wanted out.
but now at this point we know they've been alive for 150 years together,
Yeah.
and
And did they never try to stretch the bounds of
I don't know.
what would make them die?
And the girl shows up.
I mean, oof. That's a
So-
long time.
Yeah, so at this point now we know that what was in the journal then would have been, hey, if you stop drinking it, you don't just start aging normally. You just boom, you flash forward to what age you should have
And
been.
I assume that Thomas and Mary Bragg wrote the journal because they had the same thing and they left to go die.
You and the names. That is a Skeletor couple that is laying by the
Yeah.
Fountain of Youth.
So they wrote the journal and said, "This is what's up.
Yep.
You're in the Fountain of Youth, baby. And if you want to die," but why did they die in the cave?
But because they were
they
married
just
for
stopped
100,
drinking
they
the
were
water?
together for 150 years and decided it was unnatural.
It's a good run.
You
All right.
It's that goes back to your unnatural part.
Yeah.
This ain't natural.
Well, it is natural to live that long, I suppose. But
No.
I don't know. I have no frame of reference.
Right. And you can't let anybody know that this thing is there.
So this is the point in this movie that I was almost kind of mad because of what the end was. Because I'm like, wait a second. Dreads, Lily, sorry, that's disrespectful. So Dreads is stuck in this house with these meatheads, and they go like ruin the still, and they fight with each other. And I'm like, oh, this sucks. And then she goes to the house, sees Ella leaving.
Yeah.
They have
Yep. Ella's
some furtive and pensive glances. And then Lily gets a gun and goes back to the meatheads.
Well, the glance, I think she's knowing that Ella gives her a nod, right? and Ella's got her magic jug, and she's walking off supposedly to find Adam, and she gives her a nod.
I did not think that she was going to find Adam.
Yeah, she gives her a nod, and then she realizes that, hey, the only way that I can live and survive is, A, nobody can know about this fountain of youth, because imagine what would happen then.
Yep.
'Cause
these two yahoos, they're probably on Facebook already. Like, dude,
yeah.
I think I found the fountain of youth, and this babe's hot.
So she's
got dreads. She used to have cancer. Now she doesn't.
She gets the magic rifle, and she goes down.
Magic rifle?
Yeah, we got a magic jug.
Shot unicorns out of it.
It's the same rifle from the beginning, man.
And I love how she's standing there. She doesn't pull the trigger right away. Then she starts to walk towards them, and you hear these two pukes go like, "Whoa, wait, no!" And then again, wait. Are we gonna do that all the time?
Yeah. Every time we say wait,
that's like a my wife
should we
thing.
tell what that is, or let only the ones that
let's
know?
let people email us in what they think.
Wait. She's a real big fat person. Wait.
So then you hear a gunshot.
Yeah, the magic jug could be yours. Should you email us?
And then a final gunshot. And that would have been a perfectly satisfactory ending to me.
Yeah, so
those two gunshots.
She's gonna live and know, the guys are gone. Bury them. She has the fountain of youth.
As long as she wants to.
Yeah.
But then it takes it a step further with Adam sitting on a cliff.
Now, did you notice that picturesque scene that cliff is overlooking was used throughout the entire movie?
Yeah.
I picked up on that the second time through. Yeah.
So I was wondering if that was going to be an important thing or not, but it was
like why did he keep
visually
showing that?
set? So
we get it. It's beautiful Appalachia. Yeah, you keep showing that. Well,
yeah,
we're at the finale now. We're at the last moment of the movie.
Ella shows up out of the bushes. She sits next to him,
magic jug in hand.
And this kind of got me. I liked they held hands.
Yeah, they both got it at that point.
Yeah,
they both accepted that it's time to go.
And the final scene is the jug tipped over.
Dripping the magic water.
The last of the water. And
the last drop.
They're skeletons on that bluff now.
Yep.
Creeping everybody out.
And Dreads is carrying the torch.
Oh, because imagine if you're hiking in the woods in Appalachia and you're not abducted by weirdos or you're not taken by whoever assaulted Ned Beatty and you see just two skeletons holding hands. Well, I think that would ruin my life. What happened here?
Yeah. So
this is a problem.
Back to the whole unhappy part of it, many times if couples lose a child and from watching all the ID Discovery TV shows and stuff, but if
not a sponsor,
there is there's not a lot of, there's a high percentage of them aren't able to stay together,
especially if they're immortal.
And adding the many decades to that, so that really, I wonder if that was a part of his writing, that that he put that in the subtext,
that they're immortal, but they're still human. They can still function as humans. They clearly tried to have children twice, didn't work out, and they just didn't try again.
Right. And but they can't, let the world know what they have.
Yeah. I mean, what would happen? I mean, I don't know. Monsanto would come in and, put it in an aerosol.
That's the perfect analogy. There's this,
taken down.
They would buy the property and sell it in these tiny little vials with a preacher.
It would be a
pay-per-view.
theme park for sure. It'd be a theme park for sure.
Who's the preacher that sold the little vials of miracle water?
Is that's
a
Jim
real
Baker?
thing? No, it was somebody like him. But there was a guy that would sell miracle water with your donation.
Yeah. So I think this is a great movie. We end our podcast with some reviews. So we start with one bad one and one good one. And for our first episode, I have a third review. It was too good not to include.
Okay.
So I'm sorry that I'm going to digress a little bit. But so we're going to start with and these are IMDb reviews, not Amazon or anything else.
All right.
So our first review is the bad one. It's a 1 out of 10, and it's titled Sad. Best thing about this movie is the scenery. Sad that it wasn't really filmed in North Georgia, Appalachia. Sad that it used actors from Jersey and England with horribly attempted Southern accents. Sad the plot started slow, got to fair, then backwards to full suck mode. Example, How did a 1920s person put a modern tent together when most people need written instructions to do it now? Sad, I felt the need to enter the review while the movie was playing. Sad, everyone wasted their time on this garbage. Sad, no one had input on how to fix this hot mess. Sad, ooh, Todd, restrain yourself.
I'm ready.
Sad, the writer didn't work harder on the script. And sad, I noticed more than likely the people who highly rated this crap are probably artsy-fartsy types who are snowflakes.
All right, here we go. Clearly, he watched the movie Sad and not the movie Still. And second, I would ask him,
Well,
what scripts has he written?
Okay,
What
easy
movies
killer.
has he made? and what knowledge does he have of that whole process?
Okay, you don't have to take him that
Can I-
seriously. Don't give him that power.
Is the fangs are growing?
Don't give him that power. He was upset that it wasn't really filmed in North Georgia, but
Well, it was filmed in a Georgia State park.
that's true. Probably cheap.
I don't know if it was north
Easier
or
to
not.
handle. So I should say there were probably about 44 reviews of this movie, most of them positive. And I like this one, 8 out of 10. It titled This Hidden Gem turned out to be quite a tale. When the film began, there was something about it that gave me the feeling that it just might be worth the watch. Maybe it was the beautiful natural aperture shots of Lydia Wilson at the beginning in the forest, or how psychotic Mark Blood storms onto the screen. But Still, which also features Madeline Brewer, is a great tale that develops beautifully, catching you off guard with multiple plot twists the minute you think you have it all figured out. It goes into the story, but I'll kind of skip forward. The acting and cinematography is superb. The pace of the film runs smoothly, revealing different aspects of the characters at the right time with backstories that complement the mystery. The storyline is very believable, even though it's a does it in a unique way, so it feels fresh, not stale. A very heartwarming message at the end. You definitely come away understanding why earlier events took place. All in all, definitely worth a watch. The 5.6 rating in total does not do this film justice. I give it an 8. You'll enjoy this movie if you check it out, trust me.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of good ones. And now I have a third one because I had to read this.
You getting me fired up?
Yeah, it's a
All right.
it's a real
This is my pick.
It's short. It's a 1 out of 10.
A 1.
And it's titled Just Turrible.
Oh.
I'm going to read that. It's JUS apostrophe, second word, TURRIBLE.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was a guy who could not even play the banjo that was sitting on the porch.
He would play it terrible.
He would play it terribly.
I think I'm going to have to be cautious in how I pick these reviews. Todd's getting
Yeah.
like his ears are smoking.
Well, the word critic, is pretty annoying when it's from somebody that has, like, let's take Beethoven and people that would slam Beethoven back in the day on his symphonies. What symphonies did they write?
Okay, I'm not going to do these anymore. Episode 1, we're cutting the bad reviews. So,
Ryan,
but
I just want to say one thing. We'll always have Monty
we
Darrow.
always will have Monty Doro. All right, so this is the review, 1 out of 10. Just terrible. Man, they know they shouldn't have made this movie. In the infamous words of Charles Barkley, just terrible.
The one guy who was shot in the movie. The
No.
diversity issue.
I just want to read this last line again. In the infamous words of Charles Barkley. Infamous. Just terrible. So that is an outlier. Normally we'll just do 2 reviews, a bad one and a good one. But all in all, I think this was a super, super great movie. Todd, thank you for passing it my way, because even though the first time I saw it, I had no idea what was happening. Second time, I knew what was happening 3 hours into it. I felt kind of dumb comparatively, but this is a rad movie.
Yeah, well, just watch out for this youngster. I mean, he's got the talent. He's very good writer. A lot of depth, a lot of subtext. Show it, don't say it. William Goldman would be proud.
That's your boy. Awesome. Well, thank you all for listening, and we look forward to sharing the next movie with you. Thank you so much.
We'll always have Monty Darrow.
We'll always have Monty Doro. Bye, everybody.
Who are those guys?
Who are those guys?
You'll love it. It's just a little.
It's just a little independent. You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent. Okay.
We're tens.
Yeah, we're two.
We're like we don't love it. It's just a little independent. Like it's just
Like I'm introducing a movie to you.
Like you're about to.
Oh. All right. Yeah.
It's just a little independent.